Hi everyone, my name is Rick Joyner and I'd like to welcome you to the Bible Study Company training series. We're going to talk today about technology. The problem with technology is that you can use technology like any pro, and I'm not kidding. So let's dive in and take a look at what we can learn. The problem with most technology today is that there are a vast array of devices, just like there's a vast array of people. Some people grew up with technology, others did not. Some are in between. Others have to use it every day for work. But let's take a look at what's different today when there were just laptops and desktops. Right now we have smartphones and tablets to add to that. And you can work with any screen out there with simple tools that this video will show you. The principles that we're going to talk about today are awareness of your screen. And it's the same type of awareness that you have when you're driving. You know more than you understand. And so the big focus here is on making sure your awareness of what's taking place on the device that you're using. In other words, the screen. What we're going to focus on is training your eyes to see any changes. And then one of the biggest other principles is don't go in circles. If something didn't work, try it a couple times, but then move forward. All right, let's do this by taking a look at BibleStudyCompany.com, and I can show you how to use the screen. By using the screen in the fashion that we're going to, you'll notice that I've logged in, and you can see the entire real estate of my computer, which I think is important because there's a lot going on here. But let's focus on the screen. I've logged in, and that's what you should do as well whenever you approach Bible Study Company. But let's do this. Let's slide our eye across over here, and you can see that I'm going to start my scanning, and this is what I'd like to share with you, is to train your eyes to scan across the computer and down. And notice that in many devices there is a screen scroll bar, and this is what that scroll bar does. So let's not forget the scroll bar too. But let's come down and scan across, and you'll notice that we just ran into Learn BSC across here, and we're coming across, and now we're going up, and now here's the support button. So we'll get to this corner, and then we're going to drop our eye across, see if anything changes, and yes, it does. This is where we can start with the Bible's reading here on this particular website. Then let's come back up, and then let's do another scan again. So remember, it looks like it might be very difficult to train your eye to do this, but it's not. Let's get started. Okay, so what I'd like to do is jump over to the admin area of our website. Now, typically you wouldn't see this, but I want to show you a couple things that are very important. So let's do our scan again. We'll do a little quicker. Oh, we notice some things change down here. And we're going to come back across. We noticed our hand change. See this? Our hand is changing and our arrow is changing. That means we can do something here. And then you have a link. Now, if you're on a device, you can use your finger to do the same thing. Can see that we've got different areas that we can log into. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you over here was if I hit this and click on here, I noticed a change. So let's look. We've got a big drop-down box here, and let's go across, use our eye to do that, and we see that there are changes, but they are relatively hard to see. And this is one of the things that's so important about screen real estate. That's what we call this, finding out what's changed, and some of the changes may be very subtle. So I'm going to move away from this, but let's take a look at a couple different items that we can choose here. And this is the Bible's versions that we have here, and we're going to do the scanning across again. And again, here's a scroll bar, so let's not forget that as well. That's on most devices. So if we come across, we can see a lot of the different versions that we have. Let's roll up again with our mouse or your finger, whichever you wish. But now you can click inside of here if you'd like and see what's happening here. We've got different, and you'll notice this change here means I can't work with this. And typically in some environments, you'll notice that things are grayed out, which means you can't do it. But let's do our scan again. Let's come across this way, and we notice that there's been some changes. Doesn't appear any changes have been made here. Let's come back down across here. Well, we can't see the bottom, so we have to scroll. Yes, indeed, there's changes here. And it looks like this is a very big book as we changes by clicking here. So let's go up here and then check to see if there's anything else we need to do. So if I wanted to do some editing, I would pick that up and go. What I wanted to show you with so many different screen types is this principle of scanning as I'm doing here. And so what I'd like to do is encourage you, you know more than you sense, or know rather. You are aware of more than what you think you are. So take your time, go over the screen, and if you get stuck on anything, do try something different. Be aware, don't go in circles, and then focus on scanning your screens. So this is a very important tool for you. Thank you very much for listening.